vaccine and you don't agree to do it, then they're going to send you off to an intermittent camp, or, you know, a FEMA camp.
FEMA camp?
Yeah. Yeah, they call them intermittent camps. Intermittent camps. That's where they send you. That's the nice word they're going to use for now. And then,
but basically,
they're doing a pretty good job as is right now. I mean, I know nurses that are injecting people with this swine flu. I have a buddy of mine, and it's ridiculous. They have people coming in there like that are lying about their IDs, saying they're pregnant, saying this just to get a swine flu vaccine.
Yeah.
So they're trying to like sift through all these people because they have these priority people that are supposed to be getting it right now, but they have just all these people through fear, of course, and lack of proper information, just running there like a bunch of lemmings.
Yeah, but basically going along with that and the whole scare for them running out of the vaccine, and in fact, I know for a fact that it's all being stockpiled right now, and it's getting, it's already there at the hospitals and at these flu shot stations. They already have this stockpiled. They're just creating a scare so they get everybody else into a frenzy about, oh my God, we're gonna get it, and then they're gonna be like, oh, we got more. Do you think that if it comes to a mandatory vaccination, how do you think a majority of the public is going to act? And, is there any way for us to stop this from getting to that far?
Well, the only way to stop us from getting that far would be, to get the information out, making it viral, and so people can make, a better decision, I guess.
But what I found trying to do that is, I think it was about 4 or 5 months ago, I had something along those lines, and my other YouTube channel was basically deleted and turned off by the YouTube, whoever, Gestapo, I'm guessing. But basically, every time that somebody tries to get this shit out, they have their shit shut down. How else can people like the listeners right now warn the public about what's going to happen?
Well, it's definitely an uphill battle. That I know for sure. And you're doing a good job by doing what you're doing. We just got to keep at it. I mean, tables will be sheltered.
Franco.
Well, and I was yes, Clark, I was commenting before about critical mass and how humanity, they're reaching a certain point, and this is why it's sort of end game for the Illuminati, and they're coming with these fear tactics, with from 9/11 to the viruses and vaccines, and how this is all really just a war on consciousness. This is a war on for your mind by inducing fear. So I think the biggest way that we can get free is, like Joe said, to get the information out there available to people, but not only that, is become well researched so that you can give a well researched factual opinion to such matters. But the thing is, this is the whole point of my NOR album, and for me taking a new direction is because I find that if we don't do this is sort of end game, and there's a lot of people out there that they're not really even to blame because they just don't have access to information, and they're out there. Not only vaccines can hurt you, but there's a lot of things that can hurt you, like watching TV all the time, and drinking aspartame, and so on and so forth. Joe, what's your views on aspartame, fluoride in the drinking water, and let's talk a little bit about eugenics.
Well, with the aspartame and the fluoride, that's just used to dumb down the population and
to lower their IQ, you mean?
Well, yeah, it's been shown to do that. The fluoride has been shown to lower your EQ. Same thing with the aspartame.
What about the Nazi concentration camps? I know you brought me to some information about them actually administering it in the water in the camps.
Yeah.
And those were the first to administer fluoride in the drinking water. And it's something like touch on that a little bit, Joe.
Yeah, it just seemed to calm the prisoners down and just make them question less and make them trying to
kills the will to fight.
Yeah, make them more docile.
Docile.
Now,
And they weren't well. And one more thing on that subject for the listeners: if the Nazis were the first to administer fluoride in the drinking water, do you really think they were worried? And they weren't drinking it themselves. Trust me, this was for the prisoners exclusively. But do you really think they cared how white it made their teeth? Think again. I don't think so. And we've got fluoride in our water. Is that worldwide, you guys? Joe, Clark? Fluoride's in everywhere, isn't it?
I'm not everywhere. I'm pretty sure that's where it's like their goal with everything. Some of their plans implement better and faster in certain areas, and vice versa with some plans. So, but they all work in unison to try to work to the bigger plan.
Yeah. Now,
and if you travel around and look at different things from different perspectives, if you travel to different countries, you can actually see the stuff happening in different countries and where it's been more progressed, and it's the same thing.
So fluoride lowers the IQ, makes you docile, kills your will to fight. Doesn't it have long-term effects on like your health? It's a poison, because I know it says right on your toothpaste, if you swallow toothpaste, to call poison control immediately, and that is fluoride. And here they got us drinking it in our water, like, we're being poisoned. Come on here. Like, it doesn't take a 2-year-old with one brain cell to figure that one out.
Yeah, people just buy their story. They bought the story that, I think the story they were trying to sell at the time was it'll make your teeth better, like they really care. But yeah, like, you're not supposed, like, when you go to the dentist and you get the thing and they put the fluoride in your mouth, ask them if you could swallow it, and they'll probably tell you no. Not good to swallow that thing of fluoride in your mouth, but they'll give it small amounts in your water. You don't notice anything right away, but
so vaccines, fluoride. What's your views on aspartame, Joe? What is this stuff?
It's just hold on a sec, hey Frank.
Yeah.
Now, Franco, I'm going to start off and ask you a few things right now.
Okay.
One of the things that I found quite interesting living in the Calgary area for quite a while, and having basically living right underneath the flight path for all aircraft heading towards Calgary International Airport.
Something strange.
No, it's not that. It's something strange I've actually been noticing, and it's only been happening in the past, I'd have to say, month and a half. I don't think many people notice this, but the increased amount of military cargo aircraft and personnel transport aircraft has been increasing in numbers recently.
Yes, well, I noticed too, I think it was last summer, I was on the bike path, and I noticed a soldier was marching my way with an M16 in his hand. And I kind of looked, and then right behind him were about 50 more, fully armed, moving in synchronous order. And I had my dog with me, and kind of moved one soldier to the side to kind of cover me, which was ridiculous. And, go get him, John. But more and more military vehicles appearing in not just Calgary, but this is all over the world where they're introducing the police state. So Europe, Canada, America, and yes, I'm not surprised you're seeing more military aircraft, black helicopters. Now, if you guys notice the black helicopters, they can turn the lights off. They're almost undetectable till they're right over your head. This is all getting us ready for it's about silencing dissent, but also labeling and attacking domestic terrorists, which is now labeled as anybody who homeschools, anybody who's a free thinker or speaks out against 9/11 or wants to question the 9/11, Ron Paul supporters, or any Muslims, any if you are Christians, they're saying if you believe in God, that you will be labeled a terrorist because you will actually die for your God. Like, this is in the Patriot Act. I'm not making this up.
Yeah.
And the reason why a lot of people don't look at this information is because the documentation is worded in such a way with the